Thanks for joining us. You were Chris at Car Cave. You're actually behind Car Cave. We have a lot of acreage here that we own. So, website's carcaveusa.com. Phone number is 803-262-4742. If you need financing, reach out. We work with a bunch of specialty lenders. We're normally in the old kind of young timers, classics, off-road stuff, which this fits the bill. We do some newer exotics and anything that's enthusiast-driven cars we're into. So this bad boy here is a 2019 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 3500 XD high roof V6 diesel, four-wheel drive, 170-inch wheelbase. It is a dually. Have the whole window sticker that we're going to put up for your review, so I don't have to go over. I think the Mercedes options on this thing are probably the limited side. There's so many accessories that were built after the fact on this. It only has 13,000 miles, just a shade over. There's so many cool features, add-ons, well thought out. So we're gonna jump in. Usually I'm about 10 minutes. I think this one's gonna take me longer. I know you're gonna have questions, so I'll start pointing out what I see. From here, there is a rooftop AC when you hook to shore power. There's also a vent fan. There's perimeter lighting, so you can see up on the roof rack underneath. You have the perimeter lighting. You have a roof rack. The little mobile satellite road track function up top. There's also, you can see the vent fan sitting up there. So that was added recently by the previous owner. There's a Basso heater. You can see the little tube coming down underneath. You can see your connections here. So the bathroom has never been used. It's been winterized each year, but no one's ever actually utilized it. So you buy it, you're the first. You get to christen that bathroom. It'll be your throne, no one else's. Has a Roofnest tent, so it's never been slept in. It's one of the hard shell, hard case. This thing is tall. I've taken it out, I've driven it. I used to own a bus company, so I got experience. And it's easy to drive. It's nothing that's out of line. You have your side ladder. It looks like it's an owl side ladder. It is well done, mounts underneath. All of our guys, we have some big ones in the shop, they've gone up and down it. Go underneath, the whole chassis is clean. It stayed indoor storage, so previous owner has some storage facilities for tall RVs and equipment and actual campers and stuff like this up in Colorado, and that's where he stored it. Didn't have it out in the winter, drove it back from Colorado. Bought it to take his dirt bikes out and never actually used it. He used his Ross Monster instead. So Ross Monster was the one doing the work on it. They put the Agile off-road suspension lift. So you have your Toyota Open Country AT tires. So there is a lift kit on this thing. You can see the shocks up here better. And then the Ultra wheels, Fox shocks. So not a cheap lift kit by any means. You do have running boards here. It was a Midwest Automotive Design build. Going inside, the seats are all upgraded, they're plush. You have the diamond stitch pattern. You can see the controller over here, they're all massaged, they have different zones. You sit up high, it's nice. You have audio up front, you have secondary audio. You can see the master power refrigerator, locking in transfer case. It has some uphill descent. That's not descent, ascent, I apologize. There's so many buttons and features in here. Opening the rear door, it's automatic, that you will get lost. We'll have to go through them together. If you decide to purchase it, it's not so overwhelming. You can't figure it out though. So it is a Mercedes to start with. Then it was a conversion. All the work is high quality. All the stitch work looks good. The seats in the back are also massaged. It is a high quality van, tilt wheel, wipers. I mean, your navigation. There is a touch screen here, and we'll have to get all that turned on so you can control your audio and your lighting and systems. So there's also two things. There's a long range fuel tank on it. So we did the calibration where you can actually get your proper range and then proper fuel level. So off the bigger tank, that was one of the issues with them. And then there's a hack that you use the camera or the center screen here that you can run the camera above 10 miles an hour. And you say, why would I want to do that? But you can't see behind you. So it gives you basically a rear view camera. Really cool upgrade that you can constantly have a camera behind you. You can see everything. On the front, you have your lower fog lights and the lower air dam. You also have your triple R's that are integrated in the grill. Whoever came up with the kit They're smart guys. Fits in the grill. They're recessed. It fits like it should. It looks good. You also have as a backup for your battery, there's 2 backups. So there's like an $1,800 anti-gravity battery that you hit a key fob and it's guaranteed that it'll start, last for years as a backup. So that's a backup cell for you. And then you also have the solar maintainers that sit here on the hood. So you're not gonna be left stranded in the sticks. That was his goal. If he went far enough out, previous owner said, hey, I don't wanna make sure I'm stranded. I wanna make sure my battery's gonna start each time. So that is the history on the batteries. You have I'm gonna butcher this one, Fiamma F45S awning. The awning was never used. This is the first time it's been brought all the way out, is when the guys detailed it, made sure it was clean, brought out. Then today you can see the perimeter lighting here. It's also down the side, it lights up really well. Access to the tent. You do have on this side fold down table, and on the table you do have traction boards. So if you get in a sticky situation, this folds up, locks in, can stay on the side with your traction boards in place. So you got a nice table, you have a canopy. We're just out here, drink some beer, do whatever you want, hang out. You do have the lights on the back. You do have a rear ladder. The reason why the side ladder was put on to make access to the roof tent a lot easier, so you're not trying to climb all the way down the whole rack. You have the Rotopax carriers. You have 2 of them, one on the spare. It's a bigger spare tire carrier, your waste holding tank. You have a trailer hitch, your whole mounting system here on the rear door. Ladder, you can see the backup camera mounted up top. And this is, sorry, it's back here. You have your multi-plus compact blue power for the whole system. You have AC vents, you have a vent fan up top, some holding. These are actually bars for the awning there that roll out. Just some extra Bluetooth and supplies. There's some covers in here if you want to cover the front windshield to keep things out, and then cover partition between front and back. This access door goes up into your cab there. So while you're moving, you can go into the bathroom. There's the light here. You do have a Cradlepoint router, and then there's another fuse panel down here that's integrated. So everything's neat and tidy. Toilet, like I said, it was winterized. It's never been used. Ooh, looks like a little bit of stuff was sitting in the bottom there. That's not rust. It was just whatever they're using in the bottom of the toilet. Have my guys clean it. You can see it's Santa Marine Sea. You got your toilet paper holder. You have a dome light up there. Other lighting. There's really too much to see it all. We're 8 minutes. We haven't got inside yet. So make sure I unlocked it. Voila. All right, so your normal Mercedes-Benz controls, both your massage seats up front, they're power heated. You have door locks over here, and that was, so you can see all the seats are clean. I think it got used one time back here too. It didn't get used a lot. This folds out into a bed. You have your bar up here, microwave, refrigerator. I do know the only thing we found not working going through all the audio, everything, was the Blu-ray player. So it's kind of getting dated technology. We didn't bother to replace it for that reason. You have your Webasto heater. You have your different controls here for HDMI inputs, your different touch screens, USB ports. All these are massage seats back here. You have intercom, cup holder. You have 2 TVs, multiple AC units, some DVDs that are going with The Assassination of Jesse James. You have a TV on the back door, Dometic AC, and then this extra vent fan. One of the things I know that the previous owner put on, so you can see how everything's clean. I don't think anything's ever been in cabinets really. You have some of your extra remotes, your sink. I know one of the things he added was the vent fan, and the reason he did a pop-out window here so you don't have to be running AC if you're in a cool region. You can just kick on that vent fan and open up the little window. You can sleep in there. He didn't even sleep in it. We drove back from Colorado. I know he took a few days to come back down and was getting hotel rooms. I think after driving all day, he wanted a nice hotel, which I would have just slept in the roof tent. But he also owns a Ross Monster, which if you're familiar with those, the reason this didn't get used too much, he was taking the Ross Monster. All runs good, the dash is clean, the whole unit is in excellent condition. You can see that that's actually the cover for the windshield, and then you have a, I don't know if I can reach it. So this is a cover that goes across, so you can button it all the way across. And if you don't want to have it front and back, but the cover up here goes across all of your windshield. There's the intercom. So you can turn your satellite on, your fog lights on, you can hear the satellite, you can start to boot up. You have your controls for your audio, which we want to keep off because we don't want YouTube to take down our video. Internet, satellite, master light, so get everything booted there. You do have navigation, radio, phone. You have the whole breadth of options. If you do buy it, you need to know diesel's there. She runs smooth, so the fog light's on. You can go back to the controllers here. See like the little lights on the running boards. There's all these key little accents there. Your door is automatic and opens here. If I want to sit down, you can see the radio, the Fusion radio here with multiple zones. I believe they told me there's an outdoor zone. Your input selection, your Basso heater. If I want to kick it back over here, interior lighting. So you have all these lighting control points. You have a touch screen there, one here, one in back. There's one up at the bar. I believe there's one there. So the whole thing's rigged up. We'll turn on the roof rack lights. TVs do work. Let's see, you do have, I believe this is outdoor speaker switch, for what they told me. There you go. And this one has a footrest that comes out. So you can kick it back here. Have Jeeves drive you, and comfort. Suspension is excellent. It rides really well. This thing has good power. It can tow. It's full of features. It's really only been utilized a few times in its life. So it's an awesome deal given the condition. It's barely been used. It's been on a few road trips, 13,000 original miles. To replicate one of these would cost you a lot more money. So you have a fridge back here. Oop, someone drove it today. Knocked down the headphones that were from the bar. So we have headphones. I apologize, and the remotes. See, the fridge is all clean. There's some Diet Cokes in there that are chilled. You see your microwaves on. There's the option to go short power. So nothing's been in those drawers. Receipts wise, there is all the manuals. So for dish, for paint the TVs. Let's see, ceramic window tint. You have your original Sprinter. You have, this will come in handy, your full catalog. Cradlepoint's probably phased out. Everyone's going to Starlink, the Blu-ray, the power distribution in the back, your Sirius XM radio, electronic sheets, the Midwest Automotive Designs who built it, delivery form, unit number, so all their paperwork. And then also in here, sorry, came out of Florida, so there's the original sales guy's card. Your smart temp control for the Webasto. That would be Bluetooth solar charger, your vent fan, your Roofnest, receipt, and then the manuals here. So have all the documents for it. Everything here is in order. The only thing we didn't find working was the Blu-ray player. So there's a disc stuck in it. We tried it again. We got all the inputs to work. Going back to the seats, power. You can hear it turning on. You have intensity, you have speed. So that is on the captain's chairs, so the 5 captain's chairs. And then this bad boy here folds down into a bed. I believe you have, I don't know if I can get it with one hand. There it is. You have storage underneath here. And then folds down. So that didn't cover everything here. When you have questions, which you will, because it took me, when this thing showed up, I had to drive it a few hours, a couple times, run through it. You can see the lights on up top. It's daytime and they're nice and bright. It took me a while to get through this thing and figure out everything she had to offer. So when you have questions, reach out, we'll go over it. There's so many features here, it's impossible to cover in 16 minutes, but it's a great deal. Previous owner did not, pinch pennies to make sure he outfitted this thing properly. It's clean, it's well put together. So like I said, reach out. My name's Chris. I'm with Car Cave, Aiken, South Carolina. CarCaveUSA.com, 803-262-4742. And if you made it this long, let me know. We might have some free merch for you. We'll throw in with the van, your favorite bourbon, something like that. But yeah, the van is here in Aiken, South Carolina. So give us a call.